All right, in 5, 4. Wait a minute, Rick is flashing. Why are you flashing us?
I promise it's not me.
Stand by a second.
Rick.
It's an attention grabber.
That's right. Stand by. Okay, change this. Stop it temporarily. Good. Camera. Go to another camera. Okay. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rick Mertell here with Synergy Financial Partners, Don Rice, down in Atlanta, Georgia, myself here in St. Louis. We're here for the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System. We're talking about veterans that we're looking to have work with us, veterans that have an entrepreneurial spirit, that want to build a business for themselves, but not by themselves, with us. Last week we talked a little bit about what's in it for them or for you. And this week we're going to kind of go into a little bit more about the different training, because everybody's curious about how do we learn how to do this. I mean, myself, when I came into this business 25 years ago, I knew nothing about financial services. So it's something that a lot of people question. Can I do this? Will the training be sufficient to help me, go from where I am to being productive and successful in this business? So today we're going to probably just do a little more talking about the different training aspects and different training avenues. And Don is going to take over from here, and he will tell you the different ways that we're going to do that thing. Don, you okay, buddy?
Absolutely. Can you hear me fine?
I can, thanks.
All All right, good. Yeah, so just a quick recap about what we talked about last week. We talked about the Veterans Entrepreneurship Training System and you starting a business with Synergy Financial Partners. Rick says it all the time, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're in our corporate umbrella, and we're helping you every step of the way as far as training, getting your business set up, helping with marketing, doing presentations for you. We're literally there every step of the way, and you can be as involved in your business as you want to. Meaning, some people will work with Synergy Financial, and they're basically just with marketing. They're inviting people to our Wealth 101 seminars, and they're being compensated for doing so. The more people you get to the seminars, the more money you're going to make. You're building your business that way. Other people want to, be life insurance agents, health insurance agents. They want to work with their clients on those types of things, and that's fine. We'll teach you how to do that. Other people want to be financial advisors and really sit down and help clients make all types of decisions as far as retirement planning and everything else. So however far you want to take your business, you have the ability to do that with Synergy Financial Partners. So let's the next step of that, once you're working with Synergy, whether it is in our agent track, becoming an agent, an advisor, a consultant, working basically for yourself, and we're helping you do that independently. You can easily make a six-figure income here as an independent agent. But those that want to take it further and truly build a huge business with it can get into our agency track. Meaning, once you become a good agent and you're able to start training others, we help you build that business. We help you build up your agency. You can think of yourself more like a broker. You're going to end up training a lot of other agents that are going to be out in the field working, inviting people to wealth seminars and all that type of thing. So, like I said, there's two different tracks you can be on. You don't have to make up your mind right away. Everybody's going to start on that agent track, of course, because how are you going to train someone else if you don't know what you're doing? So typically the way that works is you are an agent and you're working with a senior advisor while you're learning the business. That senior advisor is doing most of the work with the clients. You're learning on the job training. And then once you get to the point where you feel you're comfortable working with the clients, doing the analysis, running the different illustrations for what they need, that sort of thing, you're going to start taking more and more of that on yourself. Once you get to where you're closing plenty of deals on your own, you don't really need help from anyone else, you're doing very well in the business independently. At that point, you would start training others. You would be that senior advisor that other people, as they're coming into the company, are going to help do that financial analysis, to help them work with their clients, that sort of thing. And then you build your business that way as well. So again, that's kind of the stepping stone of running your own Synergy office, is learning how to do everything yourself and then being able to train others to do the same. Okay, but you always have help from your senior leadership. You always have help from the home office. As Rick will tell you, I'm down here in Atlanta. He's up in St. Louis, where most of you are, and we're up there all the time. So Rick knows that he can get people on all the different Wealth 101 seminars and everything that are remote. They're all through Zoom. But he also knows we come up once a month now to do in-person Wealth 101s, to do actual workshops, actual seminars there in St. Louis, so that you can attend in person if that's what you would rather do. A lot of people much rather be there in person so they can ask their own questions and get a lot more feedback and everything in that particular meeting. So in person's always better, but it is nice to have the Zoom aspect of it, to where you can keep everything remote if that's how you want to work and want to build your business. We have lots of people that they do pretty much everything remote, scattered all over the country, so that's definitely doable. So what happens when you come in? How does that whole process work? First thing you have to do, of course, is you need to get licensed. So once you either get with myself or get with Rick, we tell you all about the company, we show you how to get set up with Synergy to be part of that partnership. You will then start working on your license. So there's an online course that every state makes you take. It's a 20-hour life license course. You start with that one. Once you get that life license, later you can get your health license. It's another 20-hour course, or you can do both of those together. They have a joint course, life and health. It's completely up to you. And then once you really get some clients under your belt, you start working with a lot of clients, and if you like the advisory side, then we can help you get your advisory license as well. So you can get your Series 65. There's plenty of other series license, but most people are pretty good with a Series 65 if they want to go the financial advisor's route. We also have plenty of people in our CFP program that are going through that for certified financial planners. And other things. So there's lots of different letters and series license you can put under your belt. It just depends on how far you want to take that. But at a minimum, you do need a life license to get started. So once you take that life course, like I said, it's a 20-hour course online. We have people that will do it over a weekend and be ready to go. But normal is about a week or two to do your studying, go take your test, and get everything done. But once you get through that, you're ready to go. You're going to then apply for your state license once you've taken your state exam. And once you get your state license, we get you your writing numbers with the different carriers and all that kind of thing. Then you start going through the training. You're already inviting people to the Wealth 101 workshops. We have those every other Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. So we're in St. Louis, it'll be 6 o'clock. You can invite people to those all you want. We will then do that presentation for you. We will invite people at the end of that presentation to do a free financial analysis with us. We'll say, get with the person that invited you here tonight, and they'll set up your free financial analysis session with an advisor. You'll be part of that meeting as well, again, probably over Zoom, unless we are up there in the local area. And then you would be part of another Zoom meeting with the advisor going over that analysis and seeing what we're thinking, what we're going to put in place for this client. And then you'd be on that final Zoom meeting as well, where we're actually showing the client the different options. They're choosing what they want to do, and we're putting those different things in place. So you're going to see that sales cycle over and over and over. So the Wealth 101 itself, for you as an agent, is a training session over and over and over again. You're learning a lot about personal finance every time you see it. Different people ask different questions, so you might learn something new every time you see a new one. And people will tell me, well, I've already seen the Wealth 101. I don't have to be on there. I'll just invite people. Well, guess what? I've seen thousands of them. I give them every other week, and I give them in person and everything else. And when someone else is doing one of our seminars, I go see those as well. So you don't want to get in the habit of, hey, I've seen that. I don't need it anymore. Because you're never going to become a professional unless you see something 100 times and then you start doing it yourself. We have lots of people that are like, well, I've seen it. I don't need to be there anymore. Or I don't need to come to this training or that training. I'll tell you right now, those people are not successful. They do not make it. You have to have that ability to know that you want to better yourself. You want to learn. You want to be that professional because you're going to be talking to people in your community, and that's the whole goal, right? To help people in your community. You're building a business by bettering your community, people that you know, putting them in a better financial position. So you want to be that professional. You want to be that expert, and that comes from experience, being in lots of different meetings, being in lots of different training sessions, doing your own training on the side that you might want to do, that sort of thing. So, and we help you with all of that. We just want you to understand coming in, everything's based on activity. The more money you make in this business is based on your activity. The more people you help in this business is based on your activity. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You want to be part of everything we're doing so that you can be very, very successful in building your business. All right, so other things that you could be doing outside of the Wealth 101. As soon as you come on board, once a month, we have what's called a new agent training. We do one of those virtually. So the next one is actually coming up here in a couple weeks. So if you do get yourself set up with Synergy, you can be part of that online new agent training. It's 2.5 days long, and you can you'll learn everything you need to know about running your business. We also do those once a month in person. Those are typically in Atlanta. If you ever want to come to one of those, feel free to come down. As we get more and more agents in St. Louis, we will start holding a new agent training up there as well. So there'll be one there in person. So again, that could be that activity we're talking about. If we have several veterans that come on board and say, hey, we're ready to go, we want to learn everything we can, then we're going to set up a new agent training in person up there, which helps a lot. So that's one thing, new agent training. You're going to learn things like, insurance. You're going to learn how to be an advisor, consulting, marketing. You're going to learn about all the different types of products. You've heard Rick and I talk about our living benefits policies, about our tax-free retirement plans, about our secure retirement plans, annuities, IULs, all these different things. You learn all of that in new agent training, and how to talk to people, how to market, how to run your back office, how to run online marketing campaigns. There's all kinds of stuff we teach you about the business itself and about helping your clients, how to be an advisor in those trainings. So that's a huge thing that we put forward for everyone. One of the things I know is that I've been in this business for a long time, over 17 years, and I don't know of any other company that will put you through more training than we do. We have an excellent training program. Like I said, whether in person, online, self-paced, we have all types of different training. It really depends on you and how you want to be trained. We have a way to plug you in and get you into that training system that's going to be best for you. So again, you have all of that. Plus, we have training from our carriers. On each carrier, let's say you decide, you know what, my niche is I'm working with families with living benefits. I know so many people that have had cancer, heart attack, strokes, and they had to go do a GoFundMe or something. So I'm just going to focus on living benefits and help everybody I can. Then you would go out to some of our carriers that have the best living benefits, and on their websites, there is all types of video training. You can sign up for their training classes. They travel all over the country, so I'm sure there'll be a training near you in person, within the next quarter. I would say most cities in the country will have a training near them once a quarter, whether it's us or a carrier or somebody. So there's lots of ways to get training that way as well. So you have the carrier training, you have our marketing group training, you have the synergy training. There's lots and lots of ways for you to learn. And I know that's one of the big things. That's one of the big things that people think about. And they're like, well, I don't know if I want to get involved because, like Rick was saying, I don't know anything about insurance, or I don't know anything about finances. I'm having trouble with my finances right now. Like I said over and over again, every time we have these meetings, I tell you guys every time, you have what we're looking for. You're coming out of the military. You're a go-getter. You have that activity mindset. You have that mindset of wanting to help others, working in teams, all that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff it's hard to teach. What's easy to teach is finance, retirement, insurance, how things work. We can teach you that all day long. You're bringing what we really need to the table with the way that you've worked in the military. So that your military training really helps you when you're talking about starting your own business, being disciplined, being scheduled. No one's there to watch you clock in, clock out. Okay. So this isn't a 9-to-5 job. This is whatever hours you're putting in, and you're responsible for those hours. So you got to look at yourself and say, hey, would I have hired me today? At the end of every day, you got to ask yourself, would I hire me or would I fire me based on what I did today? And you better hope you have more days that you say, I would have hired me today than I would have fired me today, because that way you will be successful at your business. And so you have those things you need already. We can teach you the other things to help you be very, very successful. So again, I'm going to hand it back over to Rick. If there's anything you think I've left out, Rick, go ahead and go into that, or I can go over some more stuff. Just let me know. But like I said, there's lots of training. We have Monday morning calls you can be on. Those are called our huddle calls that you can be involved in, and you're going to learn a lot there. But there's all kinds of new stuff that we put out all the time. Right now, I'm in the middle of planning what's called a Train the Trainer, or a TNT. Tuesday night training. I don't even know what I'm going to name it yet, but we're going to do like an hour-long training on Tuesdays just for all the new agents coming in. That each one of those 1-hour sessions is going to cover one specific thing. Like, how does an IUL work? How does an FIA work? How do living benefits work? So there's lots of stuff on there that we're still working on right now to put on top of all the other training we're already doing. So I wouldn't worry too much about how am I going to get trained. We're going to make sure and take care of that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, training is not an issue. That is for sure. I mean, we have training in every area. I think one of the biggest things that probably a lot of people are thinking about, I mean, Don just went over all the technical training, as far as the products and the companies and the licensing and all that stuff. But we have a system in place, and that part of that training within that system, which we'll get into more detail as we go, little by little. But we're going to train you on prospecting, train you on meeting people. Because some people just need some tips and things on how to approach someone. How to, and then once you learn those other things through the training that Don spoke about, then with the presentations. But we're going to approach people, we're going to contact people, and then we're going to do the training that we've learned with the companies and with the Wealth 101s and things like that. But those are there's so many different areas, and you can choose where you want to be within that system. You can do the Alliance group that we're part of. They have online training, lots and lots of that. You can be very niche specific with the training on there. And then, like Don said, some of the carriers have specific training too, like National Life Group or Mertell or American National. Multiple different companies have different trainings. I mean, you could literally train every single day and not get anything done either. So that's you could overtrain. Kind of like if you go to the gym and you work out for 6 hours and you don't get any rest. You gotta learn the things. You learn stuff, but you have to apply it. That's the biggest thing. That's where that training that Don talks about that you're doing with someone, with Don or I or one of our other leaders here in the company. When you actually go out there and do it with them, that is the most important training. I mean, you can spend 4 or 5 hours in a classroom and you won't get as much as you do in 20 minutes with someone, actually talking to somebody, actually helping someone. Because that's where the when the rubber hits the road is when you're actually take care of a family, doing something to put them in a better place. But you need all of it, and it's a little bit, it can be daunting, but the beautiful thing about it is we're going to just take your hand and we're going to walk you through it. We're not just going to say, oh, well, here's a website, here's your training, go get it, go get them, We're going to actually walk you through that process. So it's not one of those things where, hey, here's a phone book, call these people, every piece of it. We have something a way that we will train you to do every single piece of it. It's not you're not going to be alone. That's the biggest thing I talk about all the time, and it is in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're not going to ever be by yourself. And I mean, until the point where you say, "Hey, Rick, I got this." Let me do it. And then, of course, if I agree with you, then you'll go out and you'll do it on your own. And then as Don said, then you'll be training others. But until you get to that point, you're not going to be alone ever. So, and that's really one of the things that attracted me to this, because when I started, I knew absolutely nothing. I knew how to save $1, but that was about it. So and one other thing, Don mentioned the Wealth 101 in person. We are going to have one here in St. Louis on August 25th. and we're having it at the same place we had last time, the Bridgeton Recreation Center. I don't remember the address. 4201 Fifi. That's the address. 4201 Fifi Road in Bridgeton, Missouri. And we not sure about the meeting room yet, but we'll be there on the 25th at 6 p.m. I'm sorry, that's on a Wednesday, but 6 p.m. and that's St. Louis time. And Don will be back here in town, and we hope to see a lot of people there. We got room for about 75, so let's fill that room up. And you can come, that way you can come, you can meet Don, you can meet me, and you can ask your specific questions, things that your concerns, if you have any question whatsoever, you come and learn a little bit, ask us the questions, and we'll answer everything for you. So that's pretty much all I have, Don. I don't know if there's anything, if you feel like, since I started talking about another avenues of our training and things, if there's anything that brought to mind that you might want to add.
I think you covered everything pretty good, Rick. The biggest thing right now is just get in contact with one of us, see how you can get involved. Definitely scheduled to be at the Wealth 101 when I'm up there on the 25th. And let's get this going. Let's see how you can start helping your community and build your business to help your family while you're doing it. So that's all I really have this week. We're going to continue on kind of this track of showing you how to get your business started, how to get this business up and running. What is the business? What are you going to be doing? How are you going to be trained in it? We're going to stay on this for a little while, and then we'll start, sprinkling a little bit of the different products and stuff like we were doing in the past back into it. But we are going to stay on, how do you get started, and what are those next steps? So just definitely contact us, and we'll get you those next steps as soon as we can.
Everybody have a great weekend, and give me a call, send us an email, reach out any way you like, and we will definitely get some information to you, and hopefully we'll see you on the 25th. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Don.
All right. Thank you.